Howdy folks, welcome to 20th Century Adventures. I'm Nathan Logston, and today we are taking you to the Old Car Festival at Greenfield Village in the Henry Ford. This is a phenomenal sight, and I just can't get over how amazing this event is. So I've heard about this for years, but never actually attended, and I can't believe I never did. It's like stepping back in time. Have you ever seen those videos where they've taken an old film reel that was taken in the early 1900s of a city of people and cars and everything everywhere, and they've slowed it down and they've colorized it, and it really looks like a modern film with all this going on. You can see the chaos, the absolute chaos of everybody just going everywhere. That's what this is like. It's so much like stepping back in time. There's over 700 vehicles, all pre-1933, on this property, and they're all moving. I mean, a lot of them are stationary, but every now and then somebody will get out and drive one. And when you have 700 vehicles, that means there's at least 100 vehicles on the roads at all times inside this little tiny village. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And the police officers out there directing traffic is just chaos. It's so incredible. Really like stepping back in time. So Greenfield Village was developed in the 1950s using historic structures that were salvaged from around the area. These are buildings that were going to be torn down anyway. They were salvaged, they were moved to this property, and this was all created to give you the feel of a late 19th century American town. During the rest of the year, the village is open, the buildings are open, you can tour them, they're set up the way they would have been in that period, and there's interpreters in the buildings that will tell you about them. It's that alone is incredible. It's really a cool experience and feeling, but going during the Old Car Festival is so much better. This place is almost a sensory overload. It really is developed in a way that it appeals to every part of your mentality and your senses. It is visually astounding. The sounds, there's constant noise, and there's the bands, the phonograph records, the antique cars, the horns on the cars. Some of these cars have whistles. There's steam cars that have steam whistles. There's just so much going on, and of course the constant drone of voices. And then in addition to that, there's the smells, the food, and the exhaust, and the smell of steam. All of this is going on, and then if you walk over to the concession stands, which are actually serving historical style early 1900s food, you get the taste sensation. So you are really appealing to almost all of your senses. Now the touch sense, we don't really like to touch too many of other people's antique cars, but there are situations where you are allowed to touch something, and that's kind of cool too. So really it's an experience for the whole mind and body. And you will see automobiles here that you would not see anywhere else. Some of these cars are one of a kind. There's only one left in the world, and it's right there in front of you. And that's really special. There's cars that I saw here that I have only ever seen pictures of. Really amazing. This was part of the camping exhibit And of course, motor camping is something that I do a lot of with these cars and this equipment. And it was really nice to see this great display here with all the gear and the camping tents and even camping trailers and special camp gear. Really fun to have all that going on. Now, the whole reason that I attended this initially was to set up our shop. As you know, we own Logsdon and Company, making historical reproduction clothing for this period. And so we managed to get an invite to come set up our shop. First time that had ever been done. Now, it just so happened it was also my daughter's 12th birthday. So we had to have a little bit of fun while we were at it too. And she absolutely loves old cars and anything historical, but she really likes this period too, just like I do. And so we had a lot of fun. This is a 1898 carousel that's been restored and fully functional, and you can actually ride it. So that's really cool too. And of course, we had to do that. If you look in the center, there's a box with lights around it, and that box is actually what's playing the music that you hear. So all of that music is being played on instruments that are inside that box and are mechanically played. There's no people playing the music, there's no record. It's actual instruments being mechanically played. Very cool.
And it's a close one.
I think the blue one won.
Now, in addition, just to show you that these cars are not meant to just sit and look pretty, they also have a whole area where they race these antique cars against each other and see what they can do and play games, have relay races. It's really amazing. And of course, one of the coolest things in the whole village is that there is an actual train track that runs around it with a real, honest-to-goodness, coal-powered steam train running rides. And you can actually take a ride on the steam train. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to do it, but we did get a few opportunities to see it. And one of the coolest things ever was right at the end of the weekend, I got to see them putting away the train, and they actually have one of those turntables that they turn the train on, and it was amazing to see two people turning this massive locomotive, steam locomotive, so they could put it away in the buildings. It was just amazing. Now, the last thing I want to leave you with is the Gaslight Parade. This may be the most phenomenal part of the entire event. So on Saturday night, for about maybe 2.5 hours, antique cars of every era from 1900 up to 1932 are traveling around the town. There's actually a loop lined out because there's several city blocks here. There's a lot of buildings, and they've got a lot of room. And so slowly the cars come in to the parade, and over this 2-hour time period, they just keep circling around. And there's so many of them that you don't really see the same car twice, even though they're going in a big circle. It's really incredible how this works out. And then as they get tired of making the loop, they go back into their little parking spaces. But just the constant flow of beautiful cars. It's really a one-of-a-kind event. I've never been to anything that was quite like it, and I don't expect to ever experience anything like this again until next year when I go back, because I am definitely going back. This is a great event. If you've never been there, put this on your bucket list. The Old Car Festival at Greenfield Village at the Henry Ford. It's something you have to see if you like this stuff. If you're watching this video, you are the type that will enjoy this. So by all means, make it your goal to attend this event. It's so cool.
You are in a trash can. But you want me to get out there and stop him?
That one's pretty. That one sounds like a dislocated truck.
Right.
Give me a ride.
Sure. Thank you.
Don't you want one like that one, Daddy? The green one?
Obviously, you told everyone.
Yeah.